Okay, so now let's take a look at hands-on. Unlike classwork, the hands-on work that you complete once you submit it is seen by the entire class. Okay, so first understand that. And it uses a discussion board versus an assignment that we used in classwork. So it's a different function in Blackboard is what I really want you to know. So again, you can access it either through the calendar or you can go directly. Now, one of the other distinctions about the way the listing shows up, so this is the discussion board for hands-on. It's called a forum. So in discussion boards, there are forums, and then within forums, there are threads. Okay, so understand that. So the hierarchy would be discussion boards. Within discussion boards are forum, and within forums are threads. So these are the threads that I've already created. Okay, so for an item, right, if you come in, and the instruction will be here, then you'll hit reply to do whatever work, right? And then you'll do the work. I'm not going to do it in this example. Do the work, whatever it is, and then you do have, like you had in classwork, that save as draft. So let's go ahead and hit save as draft. So remember, save as draft means only you see it, I do not. Okay, I won't see it show up as a submitted item. Okay, but you do have a draft. Now again, because I like to show this, let's go into my grades and just see, because different things will show up. So we can see that on week 1, who's in the house, there is a in progress. So that means, like classwork, you've started the work, but you haven't submitted anything. Okay, and it's a really important thing to know that you can, just like you can in classwork, but works a little differently, you can go back into your draft. In this case, you can hit edit. And when you hit edit, you can go ahead and do whatever work you needed to do. Often you're doing writing or doing some kind of course, hands-on assignments here. And then once you're ready, you hit submit. Okay. Now, in this particular case, let's go ahead and we've hit submit here. Now, we've only hit submit on our one reply that is required, and we still have 2 replies of 75 words. Okay, so here's the thing: is even though we've done our one reply, I still want you to go back and look at my grade to see, right, that it's still in progress. And you might go, well, wait a minute, that's not the same as the way it works in classwork. And that's true, because in a discussion board, because there's replies required, until you do the correct number, and it's not so much about the word count. So let me show you what I mean by here. So in this case, because the hands-on for this particular item had 2 replies, you'd also have to hit another reply, right? And I'm just hitting this just to show you, and then I could do another reply, and then I would submit. Okay, so now I've done 3. Again, once I grade it, I'll go in there and look at the items that you've done. But now that Blackboard is saying you've done at least 3 replies, and when you go into my grade, what should show up, is that it's now submitted. Okay, so Blackboard just flags the fact that you've done the number of replies, and then I will go in and look at the work that you've completed. And then again, once I do that, you can see the comments by looking at those comments when they come in there. Okay, so that's just the way Blackboard hands-on discussion boards work. Now, the other thing I want to say about hands-on assignments is an important part of doing this is uploading things into your SkyDrive or possibly Google Docs, whichever one you want. I like students to use SkyDrive, and let me just tell you that skydrive.live.com. This is the same login that you have for your student email. Okay, it's the same one, and will be most likely the same password, but could be different. So this is where, if you need to be able to get into this, again, your email and the password for my case actually had changed. I had updated it. Okay, and that got me in. So you need to be able to get into SkyDrive for, and the reason I'm covering this is for some of these hands-on assignments like print screen, photo, not network commands, this one, internet speed, so you can, this one. So Several of these hands-on assignments require you to upload something into a place that you can share it. So what I'm telling you now in this first week is make sure you can get into SkyDrive first. And again, it should be that same username with your student email, possibly the same password. If not, and let me show you this, if not, you can always do the I forgot, right? Use the can't access my account, and it'll go through and try to help you, and it'll send you an email. So just know that this is an important part of your hands-on assignment is using SkyDrive, so make sure you have access to it. Okay. All right. So that cover, and again, these will show up, should show up by the time you see this in the order of the weeks. But sometimes, because if I go in there and change something, it will change the order here. Okay, so don't worry about that. You just need to be aware of which week that you're working on. All right, I think that's all I had to say about hands-on, and I'll move on to the next item.